Everybody online is telling you to start a business, build a brand, launch a store, go viral. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Most millionaires didn't invent something new. They bought something boring and made it better. While social media is obsessed with dropshipping and AI influencers, smart investors are quietly buying companies that clean grease traps, inspect fire systems, and repair refrigeration units. Not sexy, but insanely profitable. And in this video, I'll show you 15 business models that normal people ignore. But wealthy operators are buying aggressively in 2026. The businesses that look exciting are usually the most dangerous. Fashion brands, supplements, gadgets, TikTok stores. They look successful because revenue screenshots are easy to fake. But behind the scenes, ad costs explode, returns pile up, inventory gets stuck, and one algorithm update destroys everything overnight. If your entire business depends on Facebook ads or TikTok traffic, you don't own a business. You own a temporary trend. Real wealth comes from businesses customers need, not businesses. Customers randomly discover while scrolling. Every boring business billionaire follows the same formula. They buy businesses with recurring customers, emergency demand, compliance requirements, and low competition. That's it. The best businesses are usually invisible to the average person because they're not glamorous enough for YouTube. Nobody flexes a septic tank company on Instagram. But those owners are often making more cash than influencers with 5 million followers. Imagine a restaurant loses refrigeration for 6 hours. Thousands of dollars in food? Gone. That means when a freezer breaks, owners don't negotiate, they panic, and panic creates pricing power. Commercial refrigeration companies can charge premium emergency rates because clients need immediate help. That's why this business is gold. Recurring maintenance, urgent service calls, long-term contracts, and almost no social media competition. Most people chase viewers. This business chases invoices. Here's one of the most underrated industries in America: grease trap cleaning. Every restaurant legally needs it, and nobody wants to do it, which is exactly why it prints money. The best businesses are often unpleasant, ignored, and operationally simple. If a business is boring enough that influencers won't talk about it, that's usually a good sign. Private equity firms are quietly buying bookkeeping companies right now. Why? Because AI made them insanely scalable. Think about it. No inventory, no warehouses, no expensive equipment, just recurring clients paying monthly. Now combine that with automation. One smart operator with AI systems can now handle the workload that used to require entire teams. And the craziest part? Small business owners will always need taxes, payroll, and compliance. This isn't trendy money, it's permanent money. The best businesses have sticky customers. That means customers don't leave easily. For example, insurance agencies, accounting firms, payroll companies, compliance services. Once a company trusts you with critical operations, switching feels risky. That's the magic. You don't want customers who buy once. You want customers who renew automatically for 10 years. Everybody wants internet businesses because they sound scalable, but local businesses often have less competition and more protection. A local fire inspection company in Ohio doesn't care about global competition. A local septic business in Texas doesn't care about TikTok trends. Their customers come from geography, urgency, and regulations, not followers. And that stability is worth millions. People think buying a franchise guarantees success. Wrong. Most franchises trap owners with royalty fees, expensive requirements, and tiny profit margins. You work harder, while the parent company collects money off the top. But here's the exception. A franchise can work if you deeply understand the system before buying in. The smartest operators spend years learning operations first. They don't buy hype, they buy knowledge. Landscaping companies look stable: weekly customers, predictable work, simple service. But there's a massive problem. Customers switch constantly. The moment someone offers cheaper pricing, many clients disappear overnight. That's why service businesses without strong differentiation become dangerous. If customers can replace you in 5 minutes, your business isn't protected. Here's a rule that changes everything. If the government requires it, there's money in it. Fire inspections, backflow testing, environmental compliance, safety certifications. These businesses don't rely on trends because companies legally have to pay, and when revenue is tied to laws instead of emotions, cash flow becomes far more predictable. Startups burn cash hoping to become profitable later. Boring businesses generate cash immediately. That's the difference. Silicon Valley glorified growth at all costs, but real operators care about cash flow, margins, and recurring revenue. A boring plumbing company with stable customers is often worth more than a flashy startup losing millions annually. Here's how modern business buyers are getting rich. They buy one small company first, then they improve systems, software, marketing, automation, and operations. After that, they repeat the process with more businesses. This is called consolidation, and it's one of the fastest wealth-building strategies in America right now. Most people ignore boring businesses because they're emotionally addicted to excitement. They want viral success, luxury branding, and overnight fame. But wealth usually hides in repetition: invoices, maintenance contracts, monthly renewals, compliance schedules. The people getting rich aren't always smarter. They just learn to stop chasing attention. In 2026, the new American dream isn't becoming an influencer. It's owning cash-flowing assets nobody notices. The future belongs to operators who understand systems, buy stable businesses, automate intelligently, and focus on recurring revenue. Because while everyone else fights for likes online, someone else is quietly building $1 million empire cleaning grease traps, inspecting fire extinguishers, or managing bookkeeping firms. And honestly, that person usually wins.